So, firstly, let's look at how economic theory applies to the evaluation of water-sensitive planning and design proposals. Professor Michael Ward, an environmental economist from Monash University, provides a theoretical framework.
Often in building the business case for water-sensitive improvements, for example, ensuring the ecological quality of a wetland, one has to do a cost-benefit analysis. And this creates a real challenge for standard techniques because there's not easy off-the-shelf numbers or prices for things like the biodiversity contribution or perhaps the recreational benefit or whatever other environmental benefits you have. And so what I want to talk about today is three challenges there. One is, how do we construct economically defensible values for such environmental benefits? The second is, how do we deal with the issue that many of these benefits are going to be long-lived? They're going to come over time, and they're going to benefit perhaps even future generations. And the third is, we live in a world of uncertainty. There's risks. We don't know what particular values or the future will hold. And how do we build that into that decision-making process? So these sorts of wetlands, for example, have a wide range of benefits. First of all, there's direct use values. An example of that would be recreation. People like to go hiking or bird watching or perhaps even fishing in these sorts of areas. So they directly consume and get the benefits. Another category would be microclimate control, particularly when we think about climate change or heat waves. It's very cooling to have these, and that's a benefit we can measure. Amenity values, that for example, people like to live in a house where they can overlook wild landscapes, right? And so there's just a benefit of sitting and observing. A second category we would say is indirect produced values. So, for example, pollutant filtration. So wetlands, a significant feature they have is they remove nutrients from offlow that could contaminate other waterways. Flood control, when you don't have sufficient natural absorptive capacity, of course it endangers houses and other things when you have heavy rainfall. And then of course biodiversity and other ecological benefits of that sort. That's something we highly value. We have to have the natural habitat. Okay? A third category is what we call option value. Option value is a benefit that does not necessarily exist now, but may in the future, right? And so we would like to, that's a real value we have to be concerned ourselves with. If we harm or destroy, say, a waterway, we lose the option for future benefits that may not be there now, but perhaps in the future there will be. Existence value, now this is a very interesting one. People simply enjoy or they derive satisfaction from knowing that there is natural habitat or natural landscapes. Even if they aren't there hiking or looking at it, it gives a sense of satisfaction, or conversely, a sense of dissatisfaction to know they've been destroyed. Now, that may seem a bit nebulous, but it's a very legitimate economic value. People will pay money. They will make contributions, for example, to charities and so forth, to preserve habitat that they will never see. Right? So that's something that is a legitimate value. We'd like to quantify that. And of course, we should not forget bequest value. Future generations can benefit from preservation of natural habitat and natural waterways.